Given all he had learned about the Nomads thus far, Callie needed to make a play to attempt to rescue Henrik. He had to make sure Astrid's info was good. In the middle of the night, he snuck up to the safe house to case the area. He could see several men standing guard. They didn't appear to be armed, but he couldn't be sure. There was no obvious sign of Henrik, but they had to be guarding something or someone. Just as he was about to leave, he noticed a keyring hanging from a belt of one of the guards. It was a star his mother had given each of them when they were children. Callie still had the same one. He must be there, and Callie needed to get him out. As always, if you've enjoyed the series, drop a like on it, that would be fantastic. Each like is another position up the league that we probably won't get, let's be honest. Because this is the situation. 7 games to go. We're currently sitting 4 points off the top with HK in there. We still have to play them again, but we did take that impressive draw away from home. We're not out of this yet. That crucial victory against IBV in the last match has just about kept us within touching distance. However, the underlying statistics suggest that we are overperforming at the moment, and I think it's just going to be a bridge too far potentially for us. But that said, if we get top 5 this year with a B team in their first season in the second tier, I'd be pretty bloody pleased with that, particularly as I do feel like with the right recruitment over the summer, winter in this case, we could actually build a team that could challenge for promotion in this division, and I just kind of want to see what happens. But we start off away today at Frota Reykjavik, who are sitting down in 9th in the league, so we should be the stronger of the two sides, but that's not always how these things have panned out. The system wants to make big changes. Now we are going to have to make a few of them. However, does that mean Kadu might be back now though? Yes, okay, so it's not the end of the world. Rocinha can come in, he's still getting used to the role, but Kadu will at least be back in that spot. Soj's back as well, the lads that were suspended. Thankfully though, we actually managed to win without them, which I'll have to say that, oh actually no, do I want to put Benny Jonsson as the advanced forward? I actually think I'd rather play him deeper and then put Karasson in the strike role there, despite a sort of poor form as of late. It's a tough one. I do wonder if, even though this is FM and there's this hard-coded agreement, I wonder if we were to be promoted, whether it would just break the agreement or whether it would just completely ban us from being promoted. Now, I know that obviously B teams can't be promoted, but it's the way that the game has interpreted us as a B team because we're technically a separate side with an affiliate agreement. I wonder if it would let us break the agreement, break away and challenge the daddy club. I can dream. Wow, for a first half on extended highlights to have one highlight, it's not been good. Both teams are playing the exact same shape, and it really does feel like it's going to be minutia within that's going to be able to cause or be at the deficit of some team right now. Brought down by Palacios. He's got a bit of danger here, as he is sort of in a weird position, but he's managed to put a brilliant ball out. Now, finally some space. Soj, he's got... Oh, there's the ball. Lovely ball inside for Kadu. We've got 2 runners going into the box. One of them is Soj. He's just holding his line a little bit here. Might be able to win a flick on for us. As Karasson! 1-0 to KV. Stimir Mani Karasson. I'm glad I put him in there. Lovely ball across from Kadu. And we have the lead, and it keeps us in the battle. In other news, HK have been equalised against by Lechnia Reykjavik, so it's getting a bit tighter up there as Soj's header is going to clear away to Rocinha though, who's screwed one over the crossbar. Second goal though could mean the world to us. Karasson, Rocinha, he's no Oscar Borg with the crossing, but you never know what he can pull out maybe from this area. If he could just get a bit of space, which he has now found, Soj! Brilliant header from him. In goes ball in. Grönland this time does win the header, but unfortunately it's too far for Palacios. 2.5 minutes remain here. We still lead. We really do need this win. If we get this win, it keeps us in the hunt, really, because all the teams around us, minus Grotto, are winning at the moment. So we'd need to win this just to not lose any ground to our opponents as things stand. And now we've conceded in the 92nd minute. From a corner, and it's been one of our weak spots as well as our strengths this season, and that right there could be the end of our chances of getting anything beyond this. That is just scandalous. He's just completely outmatched there. They're both challenged for it. There's so many ways that we could prevent that. There's 2 guys on him. There's a guy on the line. And that's what costs you promotions, or attempts at promotions, or whatever it is we're doing in this division, unfortunately. It's going to take a miracle over the next 6 matches for us to dig ourselves out of this hole now. As long as we don't go and lose this at the death, though. That would be absolutely catastrophic. We won't, but it is going to be 1-1. And I think we were the better side on the night. But it doesn't matter, unfortunately, when you make stupid mistakes at the death like that. I'm glad we played well and looked like the better side, but that does drop us down to 5th place now. That win would have put us within 3 points of the promotion spots, and really back in the hunt with everybody else taking points minus Grotto. That was a huge opportunity for us to really stay in the fight. Now, we're the only ones actually playing today, so it's a chance for us to get some points on the board potentially. We've had a lot of away games lately, unfortunately, and it's kind of cost us, unfortunately. But this is some nice football from us from the back. Slowly just working things out. They're allowing us space and time on the ball, which is what we kind of like in games like this. Ingo. The freedom to play the ball around a bit more is really nice for us. Borg again. This is some nice build-up and possession from us. Borg's taking it on here. You know what he can do in these positions when he gets a bit of space. Benny Johnson might get it back here. Oh, it's so tight in this area, though. Pettersson's bringing it forward. Ingo. Karasson. Oh, for Borg. Oh, if this turns into a goal. Karasson. And it's an unbelievable goal from KV. Sorry. KV or Peak Barcelona. I want to show you the whole build-up of that in the highlight, I hope, because that was ridiculous. All the way back for Pettersson, who's occupying a really nice position here as that wide centre-back, creating an extra body overlapping there. Soje out for Kadu now. They're allowing us so much space here, and it's Karasson again, and it's 2-0. That right there was a legitimately very good and strong performance away from home from the guys. I don't know what came over them in this match, but some of the passing was genuinely fantastic to watch. What if it was just a question of getting the right person in the right spots? Had to rotate a little bit at the back in this game because of some tiredness, but that now gives us a chance. We're back to within 2 points. Now, of course, games in hand for all the other sides, but they still have to win them. And with that, we have actually officially now stayed up, so the board should be happy. Now, I don't know how much of a big deal the Mule Kubikaren is, but HK just won it from the second here. Is that quite big? Soldier's not exactly under a huge amount of pressure here. What a ball! Karasson, can he do it again? No, he can't. That's a great chance and a great ball, and that really should have been 1-0 KV. We are stepping up today, playing brilliant stuff. And Palacios! It's 1-0 to KV. Who needs Franz Grönlund? Because Malcolm is here, and we're liable to give up that one little opportunity. Benny Johnson, Karasson, Sojen. That's a brilliant stop from Olofsson. Ingo with a chance right on the edge of the box here. He scored from this angle before, and he's hit the bar this time. Oh, God. 94th minute. I swear to God. Oh, what a block. What a block. Saved by Haldorsson. I think we're going to get the win. We are. KV1, HK 0, and a huge victory. I mean, look at the stats. How on earth we didn't manage to score more goals in this game, I don't know. That's literally the best we've played all season in a single match, and we're now level on points with them. Admittedly, the game in hand situation is still very much a thing. It's been a reasonably good start from Grotto. We're not really seeing the sort of quality that we've noticed over the last couple of matches coming through in the style that they have been. And wow, literally, I don't know how on earth he's been allowed to win that header. Melstead gives Grotto the lead. I don't know how our centre-back missed that. Unfortunately, no Kadu today, which is a bit of a problem. He is suspended, sadly. Soje, round the side for Karasson. Oh, come on. Right, no, I don't think that's happening for us today, unfortunately. I mean, he's literally missed an open goal there, unfortunately. And now we've conceded from a free kick directly. Well, not directly, but immediately after that. Yeah, this isn't going to be our day, I don't think. Ingo. We've got such a mountain to climb now. Palacio! All right, well, we're back in it a little bit now. Malcolm's doing Franz Grönlund things. Unfortunately, yet again, they're not following the marking instructions from the free kick. Oh, for goodness sake. This time was completely different, admittedly. They didn't even aim it there, but that's another indirect free kick goal. Ah, that was just bad from us. Right when we needed it to not be, we come up with an absolute shitter of a performance. We were kind of in it. Really, up until that third goal, and then they just kind of stretched their legs towards the end. But it's so disappointing given how well we've done lately. If we'd have just taken a point here, it would keep us in front of them, keep us in the battle, and with HK turning their game around as well, I think now, with a 3-point gap, and them both having games in hand of us, I think that's probably curtains for that. One of the more irritating things about setting up set pieces in FM, or just having a look at some of our defensive set pieces, trying to make a few changes to it, is simple stuff like this. I want to tell my centre-back here to play a mark instead of go back. I click that and it selects the goalkeeper. Why? What the hell? Ingo with an early ball in. If we could get an early advance... Oh, off the post from Palacios. Everybody cramped now into the Viking of half here. Bit of space now. Nice build up. We need that reverse pass, maybe. Karasson finds Soja. It's a great first touch from him. And it's... Oh, God, that's the second time we've hit the post in this game already. Good news is that IBV are losing. So if we could at least maybe grab a victory here, it could still give us outside hope, maybe. Faiz now, but we do need to win this match. It is imperative. We're playing well, though. Doing some good stuff. Hit the post twice in the first couple of minutes already. Kadu scoops another one in. Soje's header, and that's hit the post as well. Yeah, this is another one of these games when our opponents are very happy for us to have the ball in this area, but it also allows us to make some nice movement and give ourselves time to build up some nice passing plays, which we did very well in previous matches. Nice ball down the side for Rossinia. Can he contribute something here? He's got no worries about that. And Sanjay has put it in off the bar this time. It's 1-0 KV. Ty Sanjay with the goal. That's deserved. 4 post hits in one half so far, but we got it in off the bar that time. If you can get wide enough and whip this into the head of someone like Sanjay, ball in. Sanjay's header, and it's over the bar. That was the result that we needed and the performance to go with it. Couldn't hit the target enough to save our lives in this game. It was just very post and bar heavy today, but we did get the win in the end through Ty Sarjay. Thoroughly deserved. Great performance from the guys, but unfortunately elsewhere, IBV, I think, came from a 3-0 deficit. Okay, not quite 3-0. They were 2 goals down, equalized, went behind again, and then came back. HK did beat Grotto. I don't know. It's still a 3-point gap to the teams above us, but they both have games in hand, unfortunately. Just been having a look at the breakdown. I can't really show it because there's nothing I can actually show from it, but we've played 10 games with our old sort of style and 10 games with the new. We got 17 points from the first 10 games and 20 from the second 10 games, which doesn't actually seem like a huge discrepancy. But what I would say is that we had a lot of very fortunate victories in that first half of it, where we were massively the worst side and somehow scraped a result. There's been a lot less of that in the second half of the season, so I think statistically we've actually been a lot better than that. National A license for Callie Forsberg. 25% rep now. Oh, that next job is calling. Can we get one more? Oh, IBV and HK drew in the top of the table clash, meaning that with 2 games to go, we can still technically finish above one of them. I think it's very unlikely, but at least our final 2 games are against slightly worse sides. Yeah, the board said no. If we're to have any chance, we must win both games. As Palacio, well, there's a good start. 5 minutes in, Malcolm already gives us the lead. Ingo, into the box now. Oh, what's he doing? He's gone back across for some reason. Oh my god. He's got body in front of him and Carrison. Nice run for Sojay. Can we get a bit of a counter-attack going? Maybe. Ingo, there's lots of runners actually. Faiz, round the side for Carrison. If he scores here, this is surely... Oh, it's a big save. But at the very least, we do remain in that fight. Another solid, deserved win. But once again, like it's just so often these games where we're having these chances, missing them, and then getting ourselves a cheeky one from a corner, and that's enough to win the match. But we've got to be better than that. Grinovic did actually get a late one back, but yeah, the first half penalty miss for them, followed by the red card, and then after that, it was just kind of, yeah, ships ahoy for IBV. They are promoted at this point now. They cannot be caught by us. However, if HK fail to win their next match, it could still happen, but I don't know who they're playing. Well, here it is. This is the game. They're at home as well. And now, they have overperformed a little bit this season, so you never know, but I think it's unlikely. Oh, they drew! It could still happen. HK 0, Cordringier 0. Going into the... Bear in mind, we play Cordringier on the final day of the season, and a win for us, it would require a defeat for HK, though, could see us sneak in a second spot above them. Oh, it's not over yet. By the way, we've wrapped up 3rd. Who are they playing, actually, on their final game? Bottom of the league. Right. Okay. So, here we are. The worst thing about it is as well, conceding that goal in the 93rd minute or whatever of the first game of this video is probably going to end up... I have a horrible feeling that's what's going to cost us a spot at second, because I have a strange suspicion that HK might draw with Olafsvik. Now, that doesn't mean we are going to win, but I have a horrible feeling that that's what's going to happen, where we're going to miss out on it because of... Well, not because of that. We're going to miss out on it because we haven't quite been good enough. But I have felt like over the last 10, 12 matches, there's been a steady upward trajectory from us. And the one thing that's been able for me to see this, really, is how we've stood on things like the XG table. Now, obviously, it's hard to show a before and after because I didn't actually take a screenshot of it before. But to give you an idea, after like our first 7 or 8 matches, despite being towards the top of the league, I think we were like 11th in the XG table. In terms of where we're actually expected to be. Massive overperformance. And really, up until about the halfway stage in the season, we were still languishing in sort of 8th or 9th on this. But it's only been over this last period that we've been slowly but surely creeping up there as the performances have started to improve. Now, as you can see, we've still overperformed, but most of that seems to have been from the first half of the season, and a lot of it's a gradual sort of catch-up from some of that, I suppose. But it might just be too little too late. Squad-wise, obviously going to go with the same lineup. This lineup has been fantastic lately. I know Carrison has again sort of gone off the boil. The chances are there. Thankfully, we have had the likes of Palacios and Grönlund this season. And the reason I've not put Grönlund back in, because when he went out due to fitness levels, that was when we really started to look good in games. And you could see that really panning out lately. So Palacios has just won his spot, basically. We are top of the form table in the league right now, which is awesome. One more game, maybe. And it's just have to rely on elsewhere. I just want to see them fall behind. Imagine if we actually pulled this out. Considering how far we would have still had to sort of draw this one back from. With 2 games to go, we were 4 points from this spot. And now we're in a position where technically it could still happen for us. Now, I don't know what would still happen, potentially. But I just kind of want to find out, you know? It's more out of curiosity. It'll be extremely disappointing if nothing and we just stay in the division. But still, we'd have actually done something quite ridiculous in order to get into that position to force the game to have to make that choice. Kadu's ball. Sojay's header and it's already in. Inside a minute, Ty Sojay gives us the lead. Just out of nowhere. Benny Jonsson. Carrison. Nice ball around the side for Borg. 2 minutes on the clock. Another goal here and I start to wonder. Ball in. Sojay's header. It's on target. Oh, and it's 1-0. 1-0 to HK. They would actually potentially go top of the league with this as well, annoyingly. I still want to see a good performance from the lads to keep this run going. Cadu, can he put another great ball? And he actually has. Ingo's done brilliantly there. And it's back for Benningson. Oh, he's got to find the right pass. Cadu could have the shot, maybe. Look at this patience. Oh. I mean, I got a question how on earth you can go through the back of someone like that and somehow not concede a penalty. Putting some gorgeous balls. There's another one, and there's another good save. Half-time, it's 1-0 to us. It's sort of faded a little bit as the half's gone on. It's not been certainly as dominant as I was hoping. Really patient. Everyone's just getting involved in the play now. Ingo. Little bit of build-up here. Axelson! Good save again. My eyes are just glued to the other fixtures. Ingo's ball in this time. Soje's on the end of it, of all people. A brace for Ty Soje in this game. He's starting to find some goals towards the end of this season. We've done our part. We're 2-0 up, and we're going to at least finish the season with another victory. And it does feel like that something is going really right for us. And this group of players and the way that we're playing now could, over a full season, be enough to win this league. But I think it is certainly going to be that HK are winning 1-0, and unless they concede twice in stoppage time now, it will be the case that, it's the tiny little things. I've been so proud of the guys. To come up from the 3rd division, have to build a squad from scratch here, and manage to get 3rd in the 2nd tier, and be whiskers away from causing an issue with potential promotion, as somehow it's 3-0 now, as Dago Ingi Axelsson makes it 3-0, and this is what I mean. This team has got quality in it, and we can play well. Admittedly, these guys aren't great, but we're playing some good football over the last sort of 10-12 matches. We've definitely looked like a team that could challenge at the very top of this league, and I think next year, what about... It's the goalkeeper that hits him in the face. 3-0 KV now. But we've looked sensational over the past 10-12 matches. I think we've been the better side in almost every game, minus the Grotto match. That was poor. 3-0 to KV in the end. Great result for us. Strong performance again. Maybe 3-0's a bit harsh on them, honestly. But again, the whole team was involved in a sensational performance. But in the end, it was too little, too late. 43 points we finished the season on. Only 1 point behind IBV. It's the tiny little things that can cost you. Ended up finishing 7 points clear of 4th place. I am hopeful, man. After seeing what I've seen over these past few matches, very happy. After the quartering gear game, and fresh off the disappointment of missing out on a potentially historic moment, Callie knew now was his chance to act. He and Astrid had concocted a plan whereby she would distract the guards at the front of the house, and he would attempt to sneak in through the back. The first part worked flawlessly. She pretended to be a lost tourist from Norway, asking directions to a hotel. The back of the house was deserted. Callie approached the door. It was locked. However, the window was open just enough to slip his body through into an empty room. There were glasses and discarded food on the table that suggested at least 4 people were here. Just then, he heard a voice in the hall muttering about the bathroom and telling someone to keep an eye on the wasp. He heard the door shut and used this moment to open his and peek out into the hallway. A man sat on a chair outside a room with earbuds in, eyes shut. Callie began creeping towards him, hearing the distant voice of Astrid still talking with the other 2 men outside. If he could subdue this man and get into the room before the other man came back, there was a chance. Several feet from the sleeping man, he felt a buzz in his pocket and knew what was coming. His ringtone began blaring out. The man awoke with a start and immediately leapt at Callie. A tussle ensued. Soon, the other man returned and Callie knew he had no chance. He lay bruised on the floor. Out the corner of his eye, he saw a door open. A man was pulled out, clearly against his will, and dragged past him. "Callie," he heard the anguished man say before they disappeared out the front of the house. Callie lay still until he could no longer hear car engines. He stumbled into the now vacant room and sat on the bed. Upon checking his phone, a voicemail had been left. It was an angry fan, complaining about the team's failure to secure a spot in the top 2. Callie felt rage searing through his body. With no sign of Astrid, he was about to leave, but he noticed something poking out from under the mattress. An envelope. This wasn't over yet. The way we've looked over that period, that's 5 of our last 6 games we've managed to win. The defeat to Grotto in there, unfortunately, was the one that cost us. But we beat HK, we beat IBV, we beat both of the teams that finished above us this season. So all in all, still very, very pleased with that from a performance standpoint. Also, we only conceded 3 goals in our final 5 matches and kept 5 clean sheets in that period as well. Madness. But if you have enjoyed it and you're looking forward to next season, big transfer. It will be 1 transfer episode next time because I was unaware of how long it will be. Then drop a like, that'd be superb. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be gorgeous too. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Go follow there as well. And well, I'm excited for next season, and I hope you are too. I think we could actually pull off something nuts with a B team here. Watch them slash our budget and then sack me for overspending the wages that we're already on. I'll see you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.